Rapper Yasiin Bey wanted to show Americans what happens at Gitmo when it comes to force feeding. There are more than 100 inmates in Guantanamo Bay that refuse to eat, and about 44 of them are being forced to put tubes down their noses and get nutrients that way. And it's a horrible video to watch. It's very graphic, but with prior warning, I want to show it to you guys so we can have a discussion.
I really want to thank you guys for setting this up and even having the idea to do it. I really didn't know what to expect. I remember tubing in the first part of it is not that bad, but then you get this burning. I got this burning. And then it just starts to be like really unbearable. It feels like something was going into my brain, and it started to reach to the back of my throat, and I really couldn't take it.
The failure to shut down Guantanamo Bay is a very sore spot for me, and it should be a sore spot for anyone who voted for Barack Obama, because that was part of his platform, shutting down Guantanamo Bay, and he failed to do so. Back in 2009, as many as 83 inmates were cleared to be released. That means that they were not accused of anything, no wrongdoing, they were cleared, but they are still behind bars today. They're being mistreated. They are not supposed to be behind bars, and regardless of all the disastrous activities that we've heard of at Guantanamo Bay, we have still not shut it down. And we haven't done it because of political reasons, and Democrats that voted for Obama should be furious. And I'm very happy that Mos Def did this video, because it helps people visualize what's happening behind those bars. Now, Dave, when you saw that video, I mean, did it change your mind about anything? Did it make you feel anything?
Most of these things that we do, if we actually got to see them, we would stop doing. It's like the death penalty. If you actually showed someone getting the lethal injection or being electrocuted or however else we do it at this point, which I'm not sure, Texas probably has like 30 other different ways, we would not want to do them because they're so inhumane. What I find particularly bizarre about this, though, is since when can't prisoners go on hunger strike? Yeah. When did we take away their right? That's sort of the most innate thing that they can do to show any level of human right left, you know? And now we're not even letting them do that. What's the difference? If we let them, is it just that the media will jump onto this, oh, now they're in day 30 of this, and that we're going to lose our moral authority? Because we've pretty much lost it already for all the reasons that you're describing. I mean,
there are currently 30,000 prisoners in California alone that are undergoing a hunger strike because of indefinite detention. I mean, there are people, I'm sorry, not indefinite detention, solitary confinement. They're being put in solitary confinement for decades, and these California prisoners are protesting so they can at least have a 5-year cap. Can you imagine being put in solitary confinement for 5 years? Like, that's what they're fighting for, because these people are being put in solitary confinement for 10 years. I know that's a bit of a tangent, but I think it's symbolic of what we're seeing in this country and what we stand for when it comes to the police state, when it comes to imprisoning people. I mean, the thought of imprisoning people, 83 of them, after they've been cleared years ago, just makes me sick to my stomach.
I'm embarrassed. I am so embarrassed for this country. It's confounding to me, absolutely confounding, and no wonder nobody respects us, and no wonder people are pointing to us, and this just creates more hatred towards our country, and it shows what democracy is, the sham it is at this point. I mean, that's all I can say.
What goodness has Gitmo given us? You know what I mean? I don't think, does anyone know of any tangible proof that we got information out of anyone that was there being treated differently than they would have under a civilian court?
It's like isolating these people so they can't go out back into their culture and spread hatred. Well, it's already happening.
It's already happening. And the thing is, I mean, I'm not giving Obama a pass, as you guys know, but part of the reason why he doesn't release them is because it's political, right? What are you going to do? You're going to release them. They're going to go to the Middle East, and they're going to join terrorist organizations, and then they're going to come after us. But wouldn't you feel a little bit of sympathy for them if they decided to do that? Not if they actually went through with terrorist attacks, but we've mistreated them so badly that, I mean, you can't blame them for wanting retaliation.
Well, yeah, there's no exit for them right now. The only exit that they have is death, you know, and I don't think that saying, oh, you know, it's going to be used as a partisan political cudgel against Obama if he, with a stroke of his pen, which he can do, release those 86 prisoners that have been cleared. You know, it's not like we're going to find out suddenly that we're going to have this new information from them, or if there's going to be a partisan political attack against him for releasing them. That's not a good enough reason to hold on to them. I mean, the idea that we are keeping these people alive in order to hold them indefinitely is both inhumane and insane.
But think about it. He ran against Bush saying, I'm going to close this thing that Bush started. Then he ran on re-election saying, I'm still going to close it because I couldn't do it in the first 4 years. And then just a month ago, he gave that big speech about how he was going to close it. So the guy talks a big game, but nothing has changed. As you said, literally, it's a stroke of the pen. So, this isn't a big governmental hurrah.
And what's the long-term plan here? They're going to keep force-feeding these guys?
I don't know what the long-term plan is.
I mean, what kind of plan is that? It's very interesting.
So let's, just one final question on this topic. I'm curious to see what you guys think about a celebrity bringing attention to this story. I mean, Desi, do you feel that it's appropriate for Mos Def to do a video like this, or do you feel like it's gimmicky? There's been a few people who have criticized him for being gimmicky about this.
I think absolutely it was the right thing for him to do. If, as you can see, he's getting a lot of, not publicity is not the right word, he's bringing a lot of awareness to this, to a lot of people that would not have known about it otherwise if it hadn't been someone as prominent as Mos Def. And I think that, you know, I happen to like him. I think he's a genuine, honest and authentic person with the what he's tried to present in this. And I think that watching it, as Dave said, if more people saw this and understood what's going on, they would be against it, and I believe would make a bigger clamor to stop this.
Dave?
Yeah, I mean, there was nothing funny about that video or fun about it. I think he actually was trying to use his public persona to do something good.
All right, are we unanimous?
Yeah, if you're going to create a celebrity culture, then celebrities got to have power to inform the public.
Yeah. And I like that. I like that a celebrity is using his popularity to raise awareness about a very important issue.